I woke my grandma up at 4:30 in the morning. Honestly, the seconds after, I just saw a big "Welcome to Brown" sort of banner, and I think it was just disbelief, confusion, and just like a bit of euphoria. Like it was just so much excitement. It was just happiness, shock, disbelief. I think Brown is a school I've always wanted to go to, although at times I did think it was not possible. But I think the open curriculum really supports my interdisciplinary interests in the subjects I named. And I also think the environment is just suitable to my personality, whether it's a slightly liberal school in Rhode Island, not too big, not too small. So I just think everything worked out. Everything cannot or will not always be absolutely perfect. And I think with me, I've been maybe to an unhealthy point, like perfectionistic with my application, whether it was one full stop in an essay. Sanya can talk about that. Like I've stayed up so many late nights with you guys as well. And I think it's okay to at some point maybe let go just a little bit or have a little bit of faith, which I think I lacked to some extent. I was like a bit of a perfectionist when it came to that. So wherever I saw that there was a gap or I thought that there was a gap, I tried to make up for it. So I had, I think, 3 or 4 B's in my transcript, and I gave the SAT. Unfortunately, the first attempt wasn't to my liking, so I switched to the ACT, and that went off really well. So I think wherever I saw like a bit of a gap or whatever I thought could be like a disqualifying factor, I tried to make up for it. So I think that perseverance is probably what helped me.
I had repeatedly been told that the admission process is quite grueling, but until unless you don't go through it, you really don't know what you're in for. And it really was a roller coaster ride.
I thought that having some B's in my transcript, it would make it nearly impossible for me to get a top school, especially in Ivy. So I wanted to show that I do have academic prowess. So my extracurriculars, I did center a lot around my academics. So of course, a research paper, which was about colonial plantations, and another research paper, which was about trans-exclusionary sports policies. So I think, like I mentioned, history has certain political undertones, and the trans paper was sort of policy plus psychology plus history. So I think it also showed my interdisciplinary interest, which of course Brown in its open curriculum served well for. So I think making up for lower test scores or a lower grade by emphasizing my academic interest in my extracurricular probably really helped. Everyone talks about the right fit. And I remember at one point I was very, very obsessed with like the numbers, like which is a higher ranked school. And I remember both Mom and Sanya were like trying to figure out where you're going to be happy. And I'd mock them a little bit. I'd say I don't care about that, but I honestly believe that that's probably what we should look at. Emory, Tufts, Carnegie Mellon, these were all schools that were very, very important to me. The support from Sanya in particular with the entire application process, she was so hands-on, she was always easy to contact. I know she stayed up till like ridiculously late hours with me. Like she's come to Delhi to like work in cafes with me and all. I think she's just been, she's been really great and as in a point of contact. I know that you probably think that you have a lot of time later, but like especially with COVID, our exams being bifurcated, us having boards in November and then the schedule being changed and then last minute panic, and just plan a little earlier. Make your Common App account way in advance and get comfortable with the format of the Common App, because each college does take time, and even filling in like things like your address, name, everything takes time. So please make your Common App account in advance and get familiar with the workings of it. I did not do that, so I would highly recommend you do.
I think 100% to look for the happiness of the child. I mean, that is totally important. I mean, we do get caught up in the prestige in the Ivy Leagues, and I think there is a lot of peer pressure. The children get very caught up in that as well. It is just so much more important to know that your child is happy.
Everyone that wanted Brown from me, Mom, Dad, you guys, even my little brother. But no, I don't know. I just everyone who was like supportive of it and wanted this for me.
I have absolutely no words to express the kind of support that Added Education has done. And Added Sport has been super efficient, super good, I mean, super supportive in every single aspect possible. I mean, I don't think we could have done this without them. So, thank you.